Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Hooker. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Here comes Reed. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. J.K. Dobbins. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Hooker. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hooker to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. The return is Reed, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 43 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
That was another good run. He's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll have it pass across midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. Quickly out wide. This is Watson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Ready up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Here's Hooker. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Go.
Hooker on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Ready, set.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
Now Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Let's go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hurt, hurt. Ready, ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Hamler now on the return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Let's go now.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Ready.
Throwing. Hooker.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Ready.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
53 yards.
and the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Here's 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. Third down coming up.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Right side to Watson.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. the Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Cut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hooker. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll throw now on the final play. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Let's go.
3rd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hey, way to make a play! Way to make a play!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st and 10, Hooker.
It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Hooker.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Looking to throw. Hooker.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. Dobbins trying the left side. Wiggles free. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Hooker. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 15-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Try to lay one up deep. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 85 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hooker now on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Takes it to about the 37.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 63 yards.
And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Come on.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Shut up.
Hooker now off play action.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Ready.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Ready, ready. Panther streak, Panther streak.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's Hooker to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 96 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run with Gibbs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start